So President Trump on Twitter today says heroes will come of this, and it won't be Bob Mueller and his special counsel. Heroes will come of this, referring to, well, just, I don't even know how to explain it. Just all the headlines, all the fake news, all the background information on Mueller and everything, all the attacks, all the censorship. Trump says heroes will come of this. To me, you could paraphrase and replace heroes with victory, because to me, heroes become heroes because they have victory. But, Roger, what does it mean to you when President Trump says heroes will come of this?
Well, I think it means in the end, the truth will all come out, and we will get to the bottom of the fact that there is no Russian collusion, but there are some extraordinary and egregious crimes by the Obama administration, the Obama Justice Department, the Obama White House, the Obama NSA, the Obama FBI, and the president knows it. And this entire Russian collusion narrative was meant as a distraction from those crimes. I do think the president should go to the American people and talk about Mr. Mueller's record. Let's talk about his role in 9/11. Let's talk about his role in Lockerbie 103, Pan Am 103. Let's talk about his role in the Whitey Bulger matter. Let's talk about his role in the anthrax scandal. This guy is the cleanup man for the deep state. And who was it who muled the uranium samples to Stockholm for the Russians to inspect before they took control of 20% of America's uranium in a crooked deal in which Bill and Hillary Clinton took $145 million? Well, it was Robert Mueller. So I recognize the New York Times thinks he's a saint, and the Washington Post, and that they will not publish the other aspects of his career. But the documents that Judicial Watch was able to get shows that Robert Mueller knew that 5 out of the 9 hijackers, I guess it was, trained in Sarasota, Florida, that they were staying at the home of a local family who disappeared in the middle of the night. And Mr. Mueller signed a report saying that there was no connection to any of that to the 9/11 plot, which is, of course, false.
Roger, John Podesta tweeted this out this morning in response to Donald Trump's tweets that I was just reading. Maybe the threat of Robert Mueller has affected your memory, but it's your campaign chairman who's the convicted felon. Roger, did John Podesta forget it was his own brother, Tony Podesta, that ran that entire operation and then was able to somehow be granted immunity ahead of basically turning Manafort over for crimes that he was already acquitted of? I mean, this is unbelievable arrogance from John Podesta.
It is. Evidently, Mr. Podesta thinks that he is immune from future investigation or prosecution or future lawsuit. Well, we'll see about that. Look, we both understand that the whole kerfuffle about where the emails came from and how they were obtained is an attempt to distract from the raw criminality and the base dirt and the dirty tricks of John Podesta's emails. It shows, for example, in the material that was released, that the Clinton campaign was very concerned that Bill's bimbo eruptions and his sexual assaults against women were going to become an issue. We learned that from the WikiLeaks disclosures. So if I were Podesta, I would not be leading with my chin.
I guess maybe, you know, because you bring up WikiLeaks, maybe they think if they can bring Assange down, that kind of gives them a little arrogance, a little feather in their cap for Skippy Podesta there to be putting out that tripe on Twitter. But as you accurately predicted, Podesta's time in the barrel did come. But again, the crimes that get shown in the emails, nobody seems to care about that. We go after the man who exposed it.
Again, let's be very clear. John and Tony were making millions of dollars from the Russian oligarchs around Putin in banking, in aluminum, in gas, in uranium. You want to see the Russian collusion? There it is. If Mr. Mueller wants to see it, he merely needs to look in the mirror. Uranium One is the largest treasonous financial crime in American history. It is easily prosecutable. Mr. President, appoint a special prosecutor and have him impanel a grand jury and bring charges. That's the game that Mr. Mueller is playing. One of the prosecutors looking into me boasted to one of the witnesses, I am the government. These people don't seem to believe that they too have vulnerabilities. So the irony of people complaining about Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker having political opinions. At the same time, they have no problem with Jeannie Ray, who was a lawyer for the Clinton Foundation, which is the slush fund that was set up as the vehicle for the facilitation of multi-million-dollar bribes, heading the investigation into me. They see no conflict there. It is ludicrous. That would end up in front of the Office of Professional Responsibility should they be foolish enough to bring some weak charges against me. They don't have anything. Where is your Russian collusion? Where is your WikiLeaks collaboration? We're now down to some process crime of perjury. Perjury is very hard to prove because it has to have intent. This is growingly a joke.
Well, Roger, I want to kind of change direction when we come back for the next segment. So I'll just ask you this to put a cap on this. What is the next worm to turn here? Is it the heels of whatever happens with Jerry Corsi? Is it Papadopoulos being sentenced? Is there something else coming that we haven't seen yet? Is it going to be them going after Trump's family and actually going through with it? What do you think is the next leaf to fall off the tree that we then readjust and reevaluate things?
Let's be very clear. The House Democrats have announced 85 individual investigations into Donald Trump. What could be the purpose of those investigations? We know that a sitting president cannot be indicted while he's president. Consequently, the only action that can come from that is impeachment. So Jerry Nadler, Adam Schiff, Eric Swallowswell, these guys need to quit fooling around and just say it. They seek the impeachment and removal of the president. The American people will not let that happen. They literally will not let that happen. Thank God we have the bulk work of a U.S. Senate, which would require 2/3 of the vote. But if I were the president, I would do what Obama did. Eric Holder wouldn't honor subpoenas regarding Fast and Furious. So why should the president honor subpoenas from these rascals? I would tell him to cram it, the same way Eric Holder did.
It's just unbelievable that this is allowed to continue. And I just don't see where it ends because, Roger, I don't think they want this to end. You've been saying this for a long time. They don't want this to end. This is meant to be a shadow cast over the Trump administration.
Well, one way they can end it, of course, is for us to run out of resources. That's why I have to ask people to go to stonedefensefund.com. That's stonedefensefund.com. This is ruining me financially. You can read stories online, Owen, that says I'm worth $20 million. In your dreams. I need that tomahawk.
You buy me a steak.
I can't afford one right now. You're going to have to pay. The point is that I've spent more than $500,000 already on legal fees, and I still have to put up with the witch hunts of the Senate Intelligence and Judiciary Committees, who do not have a single pro-Trump Republican member, I might add, and not to mention the onrushing Mr. Mueller. This is not inexpensive. This threatens to bankrupt my family and destroy me financially. And therefore, I need people to go to stonedefensefund.com and send a contribution because I'm in the fight of my life. They know that if they want Donald Trump, they're going to have to come through me. That's why this effort to take me down, and that's why I need your help today.
Well, and that's why you had to bring me down to size earlier, Roger, because, I mean, look, I get immersed in this from the angle of just being a reporter who just tries to be as informed as possible. I mean, you're actually having the injustice done against you. I mean, you're actually putting up with fake charges or fake allegations that then you have to defend legally. None of this should even be going on. I mean, I don't know how you don't lose patience, and it's just President Trump has to act because they're never going to stop until they get all of us. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. They'll just keep going until they get everyone. Well, we're going to hear more from Roger Stone on the other side. I do want to kind of take in a different direction because there's some other stuff developing, including a shocking video I discovered today from, I think it was 2012. We'll get Roger Stone's Florida admitting they rig elections. You won't believe this.
Stress is a natural part of life. Work, family, friends, and everyday accidents can put a lot of strain on the body and your mood. Don't let life weigh you down. Happy's is a powerful mood and stress support formula that has your back against life's daily inconveniences. Made with ancient ingredients used for thousands of years, Happy's can help you take back the day. With our powerhouse formula, Happy's can be an important part of your daily supplement routine. With poor diet and the constant on and off of your work life, it's more important than ever to support your body in the fight against stress. With powerful ingredients combined to help support the mind and body, Happy's helps support during stress, promotes overall well-being, and helps support your mood. Don't live your life bogged down. Help your body overcome the effects of daily stress and pressure today with Happy's from InfoWarsStore.com.
In a time where your body is constantly under attack by outside toxins, irregularity can be a nightmare. That's why InfoWars Life created Regulize Complete to relieve intestinal issues in a gentle way. Often a result of poor diet and lifestyle habits, an occasionally constipated colon can cause massive problems. Our researchers combined ancient ingredients traditionally used to combat these issues in an affordable way. Other harsh, stimulant laxatives can create massive discomfort in trying to solve intestinal issues. But Regulize Complete was made to be taken in a daily overnight colon cleanse to help you reach optimal gut and colon health. Our gentle natural laxative, unlike other laxative products, our low dose is safe enough for year-round consumption. Don't let intestinal distress and occasional constipation get the jump on you. Start your colon cleansing for a healthier, happier gut today with Regulize Complete, available at InfoWarsStore.com.